Awesome. Good evening, everybody, and thanks for joining us. For everybody that doesn't know me, my name's Quinton Sanders. I'm the owner of a business called Success Mastermind Coaching, and then also the community Elite Mastermind. And this call is part of this call. Um, if I can ask you to put your videos on and just keep yourselves muted, what's going to happen if you haven't joined one of these calls previously is we're going to go into breakout rooms. So I've got Miles on the call tonight as well, co-hosting with me. And ultimately, so what's going to happen is everybody's going to be put into breakout rooms, groups of 3 or 4 people, and then we'll typically do 8 or 9 minutes, and then we'll come back into the main room and we'll set up the next room, and we'll keep on doing that. Um, so yeah, I want to just a few things I want to mention while Miles is setting up the breakout rooms. Just if you haven't joined any of our calls previously, and that all of our calls start on time. So when it's a bigger call like this, I'll allow a few minutes just to let people come in and that. But ultimately, all of our calls start on time. So you can't join these calls 10 minutes late, 20 minutes late. Or sometimes people trying to join 40 minutes into the call. If that is the case, I do get a lot of messages, people afterwards saying that they weren't allowed in. And the reason is because you try to join the call late. Okay, so all of our calls start on time. Once we start the call like we have now, the calls will be closed, so you won't be able to join after we've what do you call it, closed the call. Um, just a quick, I want to give everybody just a quick overview. If you haven't done this before, the 8 or 9 minutes that you're in that room goes very, very quickly. Okay. So give everybody the opportunity to please introduce themselves. And the best usually is just where you're from, your name, where you're from, and what it is you do. Again, I want to say this is not an opportunity for you to do a 5 or 10 minute sales pitch on your business. Just briefly introduce and give everybody else the opportunity to introduce themselves as well. And then if there's enough time, then obviously you can shoot the breeze and just go with the conversation. Remember, any networking event or this event or our face-to-face meetups, the point of this is connecting with new people and growing your network. Okay, it's not to try and sell your products or services. Nobody here knows you. Nobody likes you yet or trusts you yet. Okay, so those are the things that typically have to happen before you can, before somebody will do business with you. And that's why we're so focused on building relationships. Okay, because we understand that that's how you do business. That's how you increase business. That's how you grow your business, is through relationships. Okay. Um, at the end of this call, towards the end, I'm going to give us a few minutes to put our contact details in the chat box. And that way you can also take those names and numbers. And again, I want to say tonight, it's just about quickly meeting a few people. Well, a few people, you're probably going to get to connect with 10, 15 people easily tonight. Getting their names and numbers. And then what you do is tomorrow or next week, you reach out to them and then you set up connect calls. Okay. If you're not sure of what I mean with connect calls and that, then I would highly recommend going onto our app and joining our mastermind, our paid mastermind. There's lots of videos explaining how to network effectively and how to go about it. There's actually a process of networking. Okay. It's not just coming to an event like that. Fantastic. I've done networking. This is only the first step to building your network or growing your network. Throughout the call, as we come back into the main room, I am going to share a little bit about the app. I'm also going to share a little bit about what happens in the app, the value. There's two parts to the app. There's a free side that you can utilize, lots of tips and helpful information that gets shared there. Then if you want to take the next step, we've also got a paid side. And I'm going to share a little bit about that as well and what the difference is between the free and paid side. All of just quickly, I know Miles is ready with the rooms, is going forward, all of our meetups, the face-to-face meetups, you're going to have to download the app if you want to come to the face-to-face meetup. The online meetups, you will see going forward, the links will only be available in our app. Okay. So you're going to have to go download that app to get the link for the next meetups if you want to join those. Cool. Miles, you ready? You're still ready. You were ready for quite some time. Yeah. Thanks. Miles is going to open up the rooms and then we'll see you guys now. It still gives another 1 minute for everybody that came out of the breakout rooms now. Can everybody still see Miles's link in the chat box? Can everybody see the link in the chat box? No, yes, no.
Yeah, it seems to be there.
Yes, I can.
It doesn't
Okay,
carry.
awesome. Just wanted to know if you guys can actually see it. So what I would say then is, in the meantime, while we're setting up the breakout rooms and that, it seems like Zoom operates a little bit different to Google Meet. Google Meet wouldn't allow you to, when you went into the breakout rooms, you'd come back, you wouldn't see the chats and stuff like that. So it seems like Zoom operates a little bit differently. So I would recommend in the meantime, if you want to share your contact details while we're setting up the breakout room and while I'm sharing a little bit about the community, just share your contact details. Again, like I mentioned, the whole point of tonight, or our face-to-face meetups, or our coffee meetups, or whatever it is, it's all around conversations and it's around connecting. Understanding that's how you grow your network, right? Is by connecting with people and having conversations. Everything starts with a conversation. Okay. If you want more business, you need to have more conversations. Okay. You want to grow your network, you got to have more conversations. Everything starts with that. And that's why you'll see this common theme in everything we do is around having conversations, understanding that that's how everything starts is through conversations. I'm going to just share a little bit while Miles is setting up the meetup rooms, the breakout rooms, and that. I'm going to share a few things around our app, okay, and around our community as a whole. I'm also going to explain a little bit about the difference between, we got the free side, we got the paid side, okay. So when you download the app, you don't have to pay for anything. So don't worry about, you can go on there, it's free. You can access a whole bunch of content for free. There's a short little sales course you can access. There's YouTube videos that are placed in there. Recordings are in there. And then if you really want to take the next step, there's the paid side, but I'm not going to take too much more time. Miles, you ready there? I'm going to open the next breakout rooms, and then I'll share a little bit more when we come back into the main room. Awesome. If I can ask you just to keep yourself muted while we're in the main room, I'm going to share a little bit, like I mentioned earlier, around the app and the community. First thing, all of our events are posted in the app. Okay, so like I mentioned before, going forward, if you're going into our face-to-face meetups, you're going to have to download the app before or at the event. And going forward, the online meetups like this, you'll be able to RSVP in Meetup, but you're going to have to come into our app to get the link. The link will be posted on the day of whatever the meetup is, if it's event is. So for instance, like tonight, it's a speed networking. I think we've got, I don't know if it's next week or the week after, we've got this online coffee meetup. So those links will all be available in the app. So you will have to download the app. So Miles has posted his link. I would recommend just going and checking it out. It will show you whether you're Android or iOS, and you can download it there. One of the functionalities we've got in our app is a leaderboard and rewards. So you can earn in-app coins, okay? And those coins are going to be able to allow you to exchange for certain things. Maybe you'll be able to exchange it for coaching. This month we've got a leaderboard thing running for the person with the most coins at the end of the month. We're going to give, it's a cash prize of R1,000. So you're going to be able to get rewarded for sharing the app and also using the app. And as we go, those prize monies and that will also increase as we grow. Every week, there's challenges and action steps that are shared in the app. This is for the paid community. So again, like I said, there's the free side, and then there's certain functionalities only available for the paid side. That weekly challenge is shared in a weekly video. So if you go to the courses, you'll see there's a course called Weekly Videos, Paid Members, or something like that. You'll click on that if you're a paid member, and every week at the top, you'll see a brand new video, and you'll see the video at the end gives you some challenge for that week, okay, to implement into your business, or maybe it's something personal like that you can implement into your personal life or relationships or whatever the case is. Most of it will be focused around networking and business. Every week, we also do in the paid community, we do business introductions. So we've got business introduction Wednesdays. We've got ask a question Monday. We also do connecting. So like I mentioned earlier, tonight, if you get people's names and numbers, I'd highly recommend setting up connect calls. So we do that on a Thursday. That means the paid community starts connecting with one another. They share, they basically connect with each other and stuff like that, and set up their own private connect calls. Okay. And that way it allows you to actually to build relationships with people. Okay. So it is important, because the more you do that, the more value you actually get from the community. I've mentioned the in the paid side, you get plus 30 plus videos that you can access. This is all around networking, sales, mindset related stuff. If you don't know how to network effectively, or you don't fully understand it, again, lots of videos and content there you can access immediately. I want to just say one thing that I share in the app, and I share at all these meetups and stuff like that, is everything, and I mentioned it earlier, everything starts with a conversation. Okay, so that's why you'll see this common theme of this connecting and having conversations. If you come to our face-to-face meetups, we don't have a PowerPoint presentation with guest speakers that bore you to death for 2 hours and stuff like that. We don't do it like that. We're there to have conversations and meet as many new people as possible. Okay. Our Cape Town meetup had 30 something people the last time. That means you have an opportunity to go for 3 hours to go and meet 30 plus new people. Okay. Now imagine you just did that once a month. Every time you do that, your network's growing by 30 plus people. Okay. In 3 hours, you can walk away with those names and numbers so that you can start connecting and networking and stuff with. We've launched a campaign, if you will, or a vision, if you will, and it's, if you go to the leaderboards in the app, there's a leaderboards functionality. You click on that, you go into that, it explains our 1 million minds movement. Okay, what we want to do is have 1 million people on that app. Essentially, it's 1 million people in our network. Okay, whether you're free or paid doesn't really matter. Okay, but we want 1 million people on that app that we can start, and it's essentially growing our network. Okay, this community is also tonight I'm hosting the call, but you'll see Cape Town meetup, Joburg meetup, Durban meetup, all hosted by people in the community. Okay, so it's a community of people growing the community, if that makes sense. Okay, Miles, are you ready? Because you haven't given you maybe I didn't see the hand going up. So so you're ready for the breakout rooms. Okay, cool. I'm going to end it there. Then I'll share a little bit more when we come back out. Cool.
Rooms are open.
Cool. While Miles sets up the next breakout rooms, I want to just say, if you want to share your contact details, you can do that now in the chat box. that allows other people to connect with you if they want to connect or whatever the case is. While Miles is doing that, Miles is very, very quick. I'm going to share one quick thing before we go into the breakout room. Okay. Is networking is a give before you take. Okay. Very important. If I ask everybody here, who wants business introductions? There's a show of hands or Modicon or something. Who wants business introductions? Can't see hands and stuff, but let's just say 99% of people are up here for a thing. Now I'm going to ask you this question. Who here has done a business introduction today for somebody else, or yesterday, or in the last week, or in the last month? And usually I don't get any hands, maybe one hand, and that shows you the disconnect. Okay, so I want to just say this. Networking, and actually anything in life, is you give before you take. Okay, so if you want more business introductions, you have to give more business introductions. That's how you get more business introductions. Okay, riddle me this, riddle me that. Cool. Miles, you can open up those breakout rooms.
All open.
It's thank you. So if you saw on the app this evening at 6 o'clock, you'll also get a reminder. Okay, so when we go live with the call, it actually on the app lets you know the call started. Okay, as a reminder as well on that. But again, everything to do with our community is in one place now. It's all on that app, our Elite Mastermind Network app. Our events are in there. All our content is on there. Everything is in that one place now. So if you're on those WhatsApp groups, please know if you downloaded the app, you don't really need to be on the WhatsApp groups anymore. You can exit those WhatsApp groups because we're not using them anymore. Everybody can move over into the app. Everything is there. So we're on time. I want to just say thank you for joining us. I hope you got lots of value here this evening. I hope to see you on the next calls in the app or face-to-face at our meetups, maybe at some stage. Have a lekker evening.
Awesome.
Thank you for joining
And
us.
you too.